Hey, you loons and lunatics, Moon here, back with Star, and welcome back to Oceanblock 2. Now, we got a couple things planned for this episode, a little bit of resource and technological advancements to make. We've done a couple things around the base. We set up this little automation to like auto-save all the basic resources we get from Cobble. Honestly, we should have done this to start with. I don't know why we laid it out like this. We just weren't really thinking about it at the time.
Was my idea, aka the wrong idea.
Well, I mean, it's not bad to have like a stockpile of them, but we didn't really know what the future was going to look like at the time. So we have a bunch of different things to do. We did kind of catch up on some of the quests. So one thing we did is we did all the pipe automation quests, which are pretty easy. Like craft fluid pipes, you just have to make conduit binders, which is just like clay and stuff. And then for the pipe, it's just nickel and steel. So we went ahead and, nickel and iron, what we did. So that's not too difficult. We also finally have what we need in order to complete this early storage quest because we finally have glowstone. We did make mineral glass, which is really easy. You just cast mineral resin over glass in our smelter. So I'm going to go ahead. There we go. I'm going to make a storage terminal. And I'm going to go ahead and make a crafting version of it too. Integrated dynamics. So we have a crafting interface. Now, we're probably not going to set up all of this right now, just because it's going to take a decent amount of time to do, but we can kind of showcase some of it. So I think if we just put that in the cable, and then we just connect that to a terminal, then we can even put like a crafting trick on there, and then if we set it up, yeah, there we go. So now we can see and craft from our storage chest. We're gonna have to go and connect this to all our chests, but we were kind of thinking to maybe like dig down into the island and build a giant chest network that we can hook up, but we'll kind of figure that out. But that's the basics of how that works. That's pretty cool. So now, are you ready to get to the more serious stuff?
Yes.
So first of all, what I want you to do is take these planks, take these sticks, and make me a cutting board from Farmer's Delight. It's integral to our technological advancement.
Cutting board, Farmer's Delight. Okay.
Yep.
Here is your cut board.
Okay, thank you. We're just going to plop it down. We can move it later. Now, if I'm right, I'm going to feel really stupid if this is wrong. But we can put... Oh, whoops. Nope, wait.
Well, we're going to need a knife.
Going to put quartz on there, and then we can hammer the quartz on the board. Wait. It said this should work. There we go.
There you go.
We can crush
right
the quartz.
click.
Yeah. On the
cutting board of all things.
Yep, so we can use the hammer to do that.
Nice.
So then if we go ahead and smelt some of this.
Smelt it up.
Take just a second.
It's got to think about it.
This will make silicone, which is one of the ingredients we need.
Silicone. Dun, dun, dun.
So we now have silicone. The next thing we need to do is make copper alloy ingots from Ender IO. So we can do that over here in our lovely forge. So we just need to mix copper with nether quartz.
Got a call for quartz.
Yeah, quartz was a big technological hurdle we needed to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So taking the copper a little bit, once it smelts. Yeah, here we go, copper alloy. So once that's done mixing, we'll be back to kind of show how we're casting that out of the forge and go on to the next step. Okay, I think most of it's done mixing, so now when we set the rest of the copper alloy down here, yep, it's going to mix into the copper alloy ingots, so that's one more thing on the old list that is completed.
Task complete.
Now we just need to make fused quartz. Now, however would we make fused quartz?
You're fusing it with something, I'm assuming.
So what we can do is actually just take the molten quartz, put it on the bottom, and then cast it into a basin.
Ah, that's pretty straightforward.
It should give us fused quartz. Oh, wait. That gave us a block of quartz.
Oh,
I see. I made a mistake. That's my bad. Can you grab some glass, please?
How much?
Just a few. Can you slap some down inside these and then pour the quartz over the glass?
Ooh.
Then that should make fused quartz. Yeah, there we go.
Interesting.
Now we have fused quartz.
How much of that are we going to need?
We'll need a bit later, but for our purposes now, that's enough. We'll need to make more off screen. That does give us an uncommon loot crate. Oh, I got a golden egg.
Nice. More magical dirt.
Okay, so we do have a few other things we need to do. This shouldn't take very long, though. We were wanting to get into Oratech, but we need a few more things to fully get into Oratech. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's probably not going to happen today, but one thing we can do is if we take magma blocks, we can get magma droplets by just putting in the crafting grid. And then we can use these to make coke bricks by combining them with clay and bricks. Which we can use to start immersive engineering, which will help us get a couple other metals, including steel, which is one of the things we need to advance in Oratech. So we kind of have a little bit of a path forward there, which is great.
Ever so slightly, which is usually encouraged, so we know where we're going.
Yup. So we'll probably get to that in the upcoming episodes, but there is one other thing we do need to focus on. We need to raid a nether fortress because we need like blaze powder, we need nether warts, and eventually we'll need to hit up a bastion and stuff. So I was thinking maybe we should go do that.
We definitely should. But before we set off into the fiery hellscape known as the Nether,
you said you had a surprise for me.
Fun. I did. So if you give me a second here to go ahead and construct it.
Totally not looking at your inventory right now.
How dare you? Here we go. You will be beholden to your very own new vessel.
A cutter.
Now you have two options. I did make enough. We have these glorious fun things, which I'm not sure. Oh, you can fire them. Nice. So we do have cannons. Now we do have the option. I made 2 cannons for each of us. You need cannonballs for them. Here. So what we can also make is we can make a militarized cutter, and I did make enough for 1. So my question is, do you desire the militarized cutter or a normal cutter?
I think a normal cutter is good for now. Maybe we can upgrade it once we have more resources.
Well, I'm gonna make myself a militarized cutter.
Okay. And
give me the cannons!
Just to clarify, we're taking these into the nether, right?
No. Do not take these into the nether. It will not go well.
How much damage do these cannons do?
Do you want to find out?
I mean, a little bit. Okay. It's a bit bigger, though. Kind of still visually intrusive, unfortunately.
Well, here's the question. Can I join you? I can! Nice! 2-person ship.
Nah. This one looks like it handles a lot better. It doesn't have like a long lead time on directions.
It's nice.
That's
It's a little bit less hassle with the ship there.
Oh, and the cannonballs are just TNT and smooth stone.
Yep.
Gotcha. Should we make bows before we go to the Nether?
You know, we probably should have done that a while ago, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. We'll do that real quick and then we'll head on out. So we enchanted some bows. We wound up with this one, which is pretty dang good, but no infinity, which is unfortunate because we realized we have very few arrows and no way of making more.
Yeah, we have no feathers.
There are no feathers, and there are alternative crafting methods that are completely unattainable to us.
Unavailable at this time.
Yeah. Anywho, you get to be our archer with the limited arrows, and we do both have hand cannons, as you pointed out, so let's go and raid another fort.
Well, I was going to say, how many cannonballs do you have? Because I've got 20 more.
I have 5.
I'm going to give you.
Yeah, just a few. I probably won't use them much, but...
Hey, I figure a cannonball to the face is a good way to tell something to back off.
Probably. Or it just makes it mad and you really screwed up.
Well, in that case, what are you even doing there anymore? Is it just me or is our staircase missing?
What the heck? What happened here?
Why is our staircase missing?
Well, we'll be back once we've fixed the staircase.
That was just an odd occurrence.
Yeah, it was really odd. So, it looks like there's another fort directly to our southwest.
Ooh, is this southwested?
Not sure how hard it'll be to get up to it, though.
Maybe a little bit. But hey, we didn't spawn in a nice central area, so that's good.
Yeah.
Our biggest concern is getting knocked off.
Yeah, a little bit. Look to be a fair number of wither skellies and stuff.
Want me to just build us a ramp up the side?
That might be the safest way. Oh, here comes wither skellies. Maybe we should build up on the broken one instead of the one with all the wither skellies. Are you feeling confident?
Not very, but let's see what happens. Here, let me make like a little... like that. Building in boats is a little bit funky.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think I killed that blaze though, actually, which is really funny. Oh, we got slams and we got all sorts of cantankerous fellas.
Well,
Here they come.
We do need blaze powder.
Although there's no spawners, so do blazes just spontaneously form? Ow.
I have no idea. Also, I'm getting really bad glare on my screen. It's dark here, so I cannot see very well.
Oh yeah, there's lots of blazes also. This could be a problem. There's also lots of wither skellies and all sorts of things. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
A little bit. Remember, you have a shield.
Yeah. Just gonna...
Dang it! I hit a pig on accident.
I noticed.
God, I can hardly see my screen.
It's so dark. This is not going well. Well, they're angry at me too now. Oh no! Not the child! Not the child! I don't want to tie it to the child. There's so fudging many!
Oh, it's like they just keep spawning.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, let's hang back. The blazes are still angry, so be careful. Oh, stupid magma cube. Let's maybe heal up real quick.
Yeah, a little bit. Man, everything is just angry here.
And a normal-ass skeleton. And over there!
Yeah, bows would have been really helpful here. Looks like there's some sort of spawner over there.
Yeah. We're just gonna work you off. Hey, don't you go firing at him.
Oh god, so many things just spawned.
Is that a blaze spawner then?
Yes.
Wackadoodle. This whole place is wackadoodle. And there are also just holes in the floor.
Hey, at least blaze rods aren't going to be too much of an issue.
Just maybe need a more controlled environment.
Maybe a wee bit.
Good gravy. There's like so many of the things.
Well, I'm also not seeing any nether wart. Oh, wait. It looks like it does go down over here.
Down?
Okay, it just looks like more of the same, I'd be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, this place is kind of miserable.
Stupid. And they keep spawning over at that spawner even though it's lit up.
Yeah, I assume
Or
that...
maybe the blaze ignore the spawn rules, because there's no more wither skeletons and stuff spawning around here, but...
Yeah, or something. Hang on. I'm going to try swapping out from my exo helmet, see if that helps the contrast at all.
Oh yeah, night vision.
Oh god, well... Yeah, I think it helps.
What if...
Makes it weird. I'd be honest, I'm kind of wondering if we're wasting our time here, because...
Do you want to go do one of the little mini bastions?
Maybe we could check that out, see if we can find anything there.
Well, because it's possible that one of those loot boxes might drop what we need, because some of those were dropping, like, wither roses and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's possible. Let's get our loot together. I'm gonna toss a lot of this. And, yeah, we'll go over there and see if we can get some good loot from one of those. Okay, this looks like it's something that's made with, like, there's gilded blackstone.
Yeah, all shiny and stuff.
Okay, let's check out what this is.
I see pigments.
Oh. Kept trying to jump. It looks like you can go down.
There's a downwards and an upwards.
Oh, there's a blaze spawner here.
Ah.
I'm gonna break this one.
Fair. There's still the one up there. So these are just little blaze spots. Gotcha.
Maybe. There is an underground.
Oh, I was gonna say there's a second one.
Yeah, there are red barrels.
So honestly, we could... I think going to this is easier than going on to the fortress, honestly.
Yeah, there's a bunch of loot barrels down here.
Loot?
And black quartz. Oh.
What?
Oh, a drogger!
What the heck? Are there more of those down there?
I don't know.
Oh, yes.
They hit hard.
We're just gonna break that. And you're gonna stay down there.
Yeah, like hit for hit, I think that it would have been close whether I kill him or he kills me.
Is there a spawner under here we can snipe?
Maybe.
Or do they just spawn here?
Oh, some of this has lava under it, so be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just don't go down there, is the answer.
Yeah.
Although they are dropping bones. Yeah, no, they're just spawning from something here.
Well, this is a little bit of a mob farm. We just can't
We could
get the
definitely
loot.
farm this. Well, we can probably loot it. sometime in the future.
Yeah, I think that's a little above our pay grade at the moment. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back to this. So this is like this is another borrow.
Yeah. That is accurate.
Want to go do the mini bastions?
Yeah, let's clear a mini bastion and see what kind of loot we get, because we only ever did that once.
Because there was one in the second one, which would have all the loot barrels and stuff we never got.
I think this one had loot barrels in the tower, at least that I saw.
Be prepared, here's the hoglins. You are no match for me.
I'm gonna put my back to a tower.
I'm just straight up slaughtering.
You have fun with that.
Fight me, pigs!
Yeah,
This is kind of nice now that we have the auto eat, though, just because it'll passively have us eat food.
Oh yeah, no, the auto eat is very nice.
They just knocked a child in the lava. Very tanky.
Got a wee bit of health.
It's not done yet. There's one somewhere. Oh, there's the child. He's running around the ramparts again.
Yeah, that happened last time. Kind of annoying that they get stuck up there.
Shot him with a cannon.
Okay. That works.
There we go, and look at that! Oh, that's spawning a lot of stuff this time. Have a look.
Oh, my inventory.
Hey, I see ender pearls in there.
Yeah, which is good, along with a bunch of other upgrades and stuff.
You want me to pick up some of this? Or you got it?
Here. Whatever works. Dark steel ingot, that'll actually be helpful. Advanced void upgrades, replica ingots, life
I'm gonna run around and break those barrels.
Okay. Flux cores. Yeah, a lot of this I don't know what it's from, but I'm sure we'll find a use for it.
Hoard all resources!
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Didn't make a ton of progress today, but we're kind of setting up for future endeavors. We have a lot more adventuring and dungeons and stuff we need to loot, and we definitely need to keep our eye out for better gear upgrades, because definitely feeling kind of underpowered, despite the fact that we thought this gear would be pretty good. You have any thoughts on today's escapades?
Well, the Nether Fortress is evil. And honestly, it seems like it's more worth it to go to, like, the smaller islands like this and try to find the loot there, or find alternatives there, but I think we just need to figure some more stuff out and get a move on through the tech tree.
Yeah, a little bit. So we'll keep on pushing forward. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah.